So I thought I'd make this video today because I've realised that a lot of you don't know who I am, and you're probably thinking, why do you need to rediscover yourself and find out who you are and what you like and all of that stuff? So when I was 15, I met my first husband, and he was disabled and confined to a wheelchair, and I was still at school, and when people at school found out, I got bullied for it. So then my friends basically took their side and started to bully me as well. So I lost all of my friends. I got pregnant with my first child at 16, and I married my first husband at the age of 22. So I was a mum from the age of 16, and I was a carer and then a wife. And we was happily married for a long time, but then we started to have a lot of problems with our neighbours. I kept getting into physical fights with them. Our windows kept getting smashed. We kept getting eggs thrown at the house. They killed one of our cats, and we became depressed. We couldn't move out because it was all adapted for him, so we couldn't really move out, and we just became depressed, and our relationship suffered and it broke down. I moved out in 2009, still caring for my first husband. We had a great relationship still. He spent a lot of time at my house. We met each other in town and went shopping together and had lunch together. It was all good. Then I met Steve, and we struck up a relationship, and we had Kellen. And Kellen was born in 2010. It wasn't long after that my first husband died suddenly. That's when my life changed, really. So I had Steve and the boys, but I lost my comfort zone. I lost the person who was my friend. You know, he was the only one that I saw during the day, really, and I didn't know what to do with myself anymore. I didn't have no friends. Steve was at work, Matt was at school, my mum, dad and my sister all worked, so I didn't have them either to see. So I stayed at home, and the weight piled on, and we had a car crash around about 2012, and I hit my knee on the dashboard, or where the gear stick is. It was like a big console bit, and I hit my knee on that, and I've had problems with that knee ever since. But because of my weight and not really being mobile and doing any exercise, my knees were really hurting, and I became quite stiff. I was just used to sitting, basically. So I kept going to doctors, and they just said, lose weight, it will help. And as you do, you try every diet going, nothing works. And my weight just piled on, and then I got problems with my back, and I went to the doctors, and I burst into tears, and I said, I feel like I am going to be disabled. My body's not working anymore like it used to do. I am struggling to walk, and I just don't know what I can do. And she sent me for an x-ray on my back, and it turned out my discs are wearing thin at the bottom of my spine, and I have wear and tear. So basically I've got arthritis in my back. They sent me to the MSK clinic for that, and I told them that I was having a lot of knee trouble, but they couldn't do anything about that because I was actually there for my back. But he said that he can't really help me with my back because I am overweight, so they won't do anything about it anyway. So he just said to go home, lose weight and exercise. So I was stuck. I went home, I tried to lose weight, struggled. I tried every diet going, but I ended up on Slim Fast at the end. I've lost a stone on it, but it was so boring, and it wasn't really the hunger that I had a problem with. It was just boring, basically. And I just was struggling. So I joined a gym, and I went 3 times a week, but my bad knee got worse. It felt like an elastic band had snapped in my leg, and my knee kept giving way, and the pain was just excruciating pain. And I went back to the doctors with it, and I said that I can't hardly walk, and my mobility has really declined. So they sent me to the physio, and they said that I've got to stay off it for 4 weeks. I can't go to the gym, I can't leave the house really, but I had to do the school run. So they said that if I've got to leave the house for anything, I've got to use a walking stick. So I had to order I ordered a foldable walking stick from Amazon, and I just hate using it. I just feel so old. Anyway, I stayed in most of the time anyway, but it wasn't healing. So they gave me a cortisone injection in it, and it worked for 2 weeks, but then it stopped working, and I told them it stopped working. So they said that the last thing would be I'll have to go to the rheumatologist, because my knee is really bad, but they may not be able to do anything about it because I am too young for a knee replacement. They don't like doing them if you're under the age of 60, and I'm too overweight, so they may not do anything about it, but it's worth a try. So I got to the rheumatologist in March of this year, and he said that yes, I am too young, and yes, I am overweight, but I've already started to lose weight. So they said that the waiting list is 6 months to a year long anyway. So he said, hopefully if I continue to lose weight, then I'll be better off for my operation, because the less you weigh, the better. So he's put me on the waiting list. I very rarely leave the house because of the pain that I'm in, and I know my limits. So if I go anywhere that I have to walk a distance of any sort, I have to go to places where I know I can sit down. If I go shopping, I have to go to small supermarkets. So at the moment we go to Lidl. I push the trolley, but I tend to lean on it. I just feel like people are thinking she's so lazy, but it's not. It's just because of the pain that I'm in. My life has been on hold for such a long time, and I never had any teenage years because I was a young mum, and I've been, like I said, I've been a carer, I've been a wife and a mother all of these years, and I'm going to be 50 in 2 years' time. Kellen's leaving school next year, so I'm hoping that he'll be less dependent on me. And when I turn 50, I'm hoping that I would have had my operation by then and be recovered from it. And I'm hoping to be at my target weight by then. And I then can enjoy discovering me and exploring life. That's where I'm at. That has been my life for the past 30 odd years. So yeah, I am 48 now, so I don't know who I am, what I like. I haven't really explored life, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to a time where I can. Anyway, thanks for listening to me, and I will see you soon.